I'm Clara, 29, and I grew up in a middle-class town in the Midwest where appearances counted for more than peace. From the outside, our house looked picture-perfect. Freshly painted shutters, a well-kept yard, but inside, every dinner could turn into a stage show. My mother, Elaine, thrived on what she called friendly competitions. She loved to pit people against each other, and for as long as I can remember, she treated family meals like a contest to see which of her daughters could impress the guests the most. My younger sister, Marissa, now 27, and I were her main performers. If I signed up for ballet, Marissa got enrolled in soccer. When I started piano lessons, she was pushed into debate club. At every recital, game, or meet, Mom compared us in front of neighbors and relatives. One week she would call me the talented one, and hint that Marissa should try a little harder. The next week she'd switch it around, saying Marissa was the real star and I needed to catch up. Dad, Rick, a quiet accountant who hated conflict, kept his head down and buried himself in work. He came home late, stayed polite, and let Mom run the house like a reality show. Mom's favorite trick was alternating praise with sharp criticism. She never just said she was proud. Instead, she'd tell Marissa, "You're the smart one," while looking at me like I should feel lucky for my social charm. A week later, she'd decide I was the driven one, and Marissa was too soft. The rules changed without warning, keeping both of us uneasy. At birthday parties, she even crowned a winner of the year for grades or popularity. Relatives clapped like it was a harmless game, but those moments planted quiet resentment that lingered long after the cake was gone. By the time high school ended, the competition felt like the only way to keep her approval. When Marissa earned a coveted summer internship at a city museum, Mom made a big show of praising her while brushing off my full academic scholarship as too academic to be exciting. I didn't even care about the internship, but the sting pushed me to chase recognition I didn't need. I joined clubs I hated, entered contests I didn't enjoy, and tried to outdo Marissa in things that didn't matter. College should have given us breathing room, but Mom turned the distance into another scoreboard. She exaggerated every difference in our majors, our dorms, our friends. Phone calls turned into subtle interrogations. Holiday breaks became showcases. Mom planned seating charts like a strategist, placing Marissa and me on opposite ends of the table, whispering critiques about outfits, jobs, and partners. Each gathering was a slow boil of tension that only she seemed to enjoy. The pressure seeped into every part of life. My fiancé eventually walked away, worn down by Mom's constant digs disguised as jokes. He'd smile politely while she teased him about his career or compared him to exes she barely knew. I tried to defend him without starting a scene, but the endless jabs were too much. Marissa, meanwhile, started skipping family events entirely, claiming work conflicts that sounded more like escape routes. I envied her for that. Still, there were moments that hinted at something different between us. A late-night call from Marissa before an important exam. A shared eye roll across the dinner table when Mom announced another winner. Small, quiet gestures that said we understood each other even if we rarely talked about it. Deep down, I began to suspect that Mom wanted us divided so she could stay the center of attention. The more we competed, the less we noticed her manipulation. Years passed in that uneasy rhythm until a single unexpected call changed everything. One evening, my phone lit up with Marissa's name. We hadn't had a real conversation in ages. She asked if we could meet privately, her voice careful but firm. No reason given, just a time in a small cafe near the lake where we used to ride bikes as kids. I hesitated, surprised but curious. Something in her tone felt different.